Have you ever wondered what it would be like to meet another human species? For our ancestors, this wasn't science fiction, it was reality. They lived alongside the Neanderthals, our closest extinct relatives. For thousands of years, these two groups shared the landscapes of Europe and Asia. But then, around 40,000 years ago, the Neanderthals vanished. What happened to them? Why did we, Homo sapiens, survive while they disappeared? This is one of archaeology's greatest mysteries, and today we're going to explore the final days of the last Neanderthals. Let's start by clearing up some old myths. Forget the brutish, hunched-over caveman image. Neanderthals were incredibly intelligent and adaptable. They crafted sophisticated stone tools, were skilled hunters who took down massive prey like mammoths, and they controlled fire. They lived in small, tight-knit family groups, cared for their sick and elderly, and may have even had some form of symbolic thought, possibly burying their dead with care. They were true survivors, thriving for hundreds of thousands of years through harsh ice ages. They were the original inhabitants of Europe, masters of their world. Then, about 45,000 years ago, a new group of humans arrived from Africa. Us, Homo sapiens. For a few thousand years, our two species coexisted. Imagine that two different kinds of people, sharing the same valleys, hunting the same animals. We know they didn't just ignore each other. Thanks to modern genetics, we found Neanderthal DNA in most modern humans outside of Africa. This is concrete proof that our ancestors and Neanderthals met and had children together. So, a part of them never truly left. It lives on inside us. But this period of coexistence didn't last forever. As modern human populations grew, Neanderthal numbers dwindled. So, what pushed them over the edge? Scientists don't have one single answer, but there are several leading theories that likely worked in combination. One major factor could have been climate change. The period when Neanderthals disappeared was one of rapid and extreme climate swings, making food sources unpredictable. While Neanderthals had survived climate shifts before, this time was different because they were also facing competition. That's where we come in. While Neanderthals were well adapted to the cold, Homo sapiens may have been more versatile. Our ancestors had a more diverse diet, eating not just large game but also smaller animals, fish, birds, and plants. This flexibility might have given us a crucial advantage when one food source became scarce. We also had slightly different technology, like lighter projectile weapons, think spear throwers, that allowed us to hunt more safely and efficiently from a distance. Social structure might have been another key difference. Homo sapiens seem to have formed larger social networks, trading resources and information over wider areas. This social safety net meant that if one group was struggling, another could help them out. Neanderthals, on the other hand, appeared to live in smaller, more isolated groups. This made them more vulnerable. A single bad winter or a local extinction of prey could have been catastrophic for a small, isolated Neanderthal family. Finally, there's the simple pressure of numbers. Even if Homo sapiens had only a slightly higher birth rate or a lower infant mortality rate, over thousands of years, we would have simply outnumbered the Neanderthals. They may not have been violently wiped out in a great war, but rather gradually absorbed, outcompeted, and pushed into more marginal lands until their populations were no longer sustainable. So, the disappearance of the Neanderthals probably wasn't a single dramatic event. It was a slow, complex process driven by climate change, competition for resources, and demographic pressures. They weren't failures. They were a hugely successful human species that thrived for an immense period of time. Their story is a powerful reminder of how fragile existence can be and how small advantages, compounded over millennia, can change the course of history forever. The last Neanderthals may be gone, but their legacy is written in our DNA and in the ancient earth, a silent chapter in our own human story. Thank you for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history and science. See you next time.